Hi. Hello. Welcome. Fucking boy howdy is it ever Wednesday. Been a hot minute. Been a hot minute since a Wednesday stream. I have Cheetos. I'm eating Cheetos right now. Anyone want some Cheetos, Asmer? You don't. Don't say you do. So hi. Hello. Welcome. Zelda. What a concept. It's been some time since we last had the opportunity to do Twilight Princess stream. But we're gonna get back in it. As I said, this week is going to be the week that we go back to just kind of like our standard stream schedule of like just kind of 4 days in a row. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And part of that is getting back into Twilight Princess, which we haven't touched for a couple weeks. And I mean, part of that is me prioritizing getting the God of War playthrough started as soon as possible and going with that on Sundays as opposed to like continuing the Twilight Princess streams on Sundays. Ooh, excuse me. But in my defense, I really wanted to start playing the God of War games. I'm happy to announce that the second God of War stream has not been restricted to 18 plus on YouTube, which I figured would probably be the case. I was a little worried just because of some things depicted in that particular stream. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna futz with some stuff here real quick. Okay. But yeah. It is warm today, let me tell you. And I don't know if part of that is just me having like a bunch of different electronic devices all running in the same room next to really big windows that the sun shines through. Could potentially have something to do with that, I don't know. Yeah, so what's been going on since Sunday? Worm. I missed the R in that, and I'm just like, why are you just saying womb in my chat? But then I said, oh, worm. Okay. It's not the word I thought it was. So what's been going on since Sunday? Well, I am happy that my, self-imposed movie challenge has been going strong. I had to watch all 3 Divergent movies the last few days, which was an ordeal. I will say they're like, what even is Divergent? You know when people make fun of tropes from young adult, like, dystopian fiction? And, like, stuff like, oh, the test. Oh, we're divided up on, like, arbitrary merits. Oh, we use a lot of proper nouns, but they're all, like, just kind of, like, regular, like, vague nouns that we have just capitalized and stuff like that. Divergent is what they're making fun of. Divergent is just that. It's the young adult dystopia fiction that people come up with when they're making fun of young adult dystopia fiction. Like, if you challenge somebody to make fun of the Hunger Games, Divergent is what they would come up with. Okay, someone wrote it based on TV tropes. I don't think... I feel bad for saying it, to an extent. Because just like, hey, this author published 4 books. How many fucking books have I published? None. Yet. But it's like, at the same time, it's just like, it's not they're not good movies. And, like, I don't have any place to comment on the books themselves because I haven't read the books, but they're not good movies. There are elements of the movies and some things I've read about the books that I really like. Like, something that I know a lot of people kind of complain about with regards to young adult fiction is, like, how they end. Where, like, a lot of times the endings are very just like, oh, we made it so that everything is okay for the protagonist. I know Hunger Games gets this a lot. The protagonist of Divergent dies at the end of the final book. Spoiler alert. She does sacrifice herself. And part of, I think, like, the final chapter is her love interest over the course of the series learning to live with her sacrifice, which is a direction that I wouldn't have expected a young adult dystopian novel to go with, but I respect it. There's also a really good bit in the first movie where, like, yeah, we're talking about Divergent, designer gaze. There's a really good bit in the first movie where, like, the protagonist has someone at gunpoint and they're just like, you wouldn't shoot me. And she's just like, yes, I would. And then she shoots him in the leg. And then she meets up with another person later on. He's just like, you're not going to shoot me. And she's just like, why do people keep saying that? And then she shoots him in the leg, too. Now that's depressing. It's depressing, but again, it's not a decision I would expect a young adult fiction, series to make. So, also, I like how fucking aggro the protagonist is at times. Like, at the start of the next movie, like, okay, so by the end of the second story, the entire status quo has fallen apart and doesn't fucking matter anymore. And the third story feels completely fucking different. There's still, like, ramifications of everything happening from the first book. Or from the first two books. But, like, it feels like a different movie. Like, I remember seeing, like, trailers for Divergent, trailers for Insurgent, and then I saw trailers for Allegiant, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel like the same series. But, like, at the start of the second movie, there's a central antagonist in the first and second movies who is the leader of, like, the faction that's all about, like, intelligence and logic. And part of the thing with Divergent is this idea that, okay, oh my god, I have to go over the fucking lore of Divergent. Okay. So the lore of Divergent is that hundreds of years ago, humanity gained the ability to edit and manipulate the human genome. And rather than doing the good and moral thing and giving people the ability to TF into catgirls, they decided to do a big eugenics. And then eventually, like, people were just like, fuck, we have irreparably damaged the human genome with all of the eugenics we've done. How do we fix this? I've got it. We do more eugenics. So the city in the series, it's Chicago. It's just Chicago. Divergent takes place in Chicago. The fucking, like, goddamn, like, Bureau for Genetic Welfare introduced in the third movie is in, like, O'Hare Airport, like, way outside the, like, wall that has been built around what remains of Chicago. So So Chicago was created as an experiment to see if the human genome will just kind of naturally repair itself over time. And what they are looking for is they are looking for someone who is 100% divergent, or within the vocabulary of the Bureau for Genetic Welfare, 100% pure, not damaged like everyone else is. And the idea is that when you're damaged, you fit into one of 5 separate little categories. And I am almost certain I am going to get every one of these right, and that distresses me, Because there's Dauntless. I'm gonna get every one of these right. I feel like a fucking shit knowing that. There's Dauntless, who are brave, but if you're too brave, you're reckless. There is Erudite, who are the ones that are like they value intelligence and logic, but as a result, they kind of lose their empathy. Then there is, God, what else is there? There's abnegation, which is selflessness. But in becoming selfless, sometimes you beat your kids, I guess. That story goes some weird places. There is, Candor, which values honesty over everything, but, you know, it's kind of one of those brutal honesty things where it's just like, if you're too honest, you kind of become an asshole. And then the last one is Amity, which are the ones that, like, value, like, happiness and everything, and they're the farmers. And the thing is like, if you value, like, peace and love, man, over everything, you become kind of complacent. And if you're divergent, you have elements of every single one of these factions, so you're just, you know, a well-rounded person, but apparently that makes you genetically pure. And, like, the whole fucking thing is that, like, they have, like, a choosing day, quote-unquote, where, like, you take a capital T test, which is just, they give you a sip of some fluoride, and you hallucinate your worst fears. And the test is supposed to tell you, oh, this is the faction that you're going to be in for the rest of your life. But it doesn't fucking matter, because you don't have to choose that. You can choose any faction you want. So, but, like, if you don't fit into your faction, then you become factionless, and you have to live homeless on the streets with the only, like, sustenance that you ever get being what abnegation decides to give you. But also, they have a whole underground army, and they're going to rise up and kill everybody. Fucking, I like John Wick rules, I guess, for fucking, like, the homeless. I don't fucking know. It's such a weird fucking series. And I'm upset with how much I absorbed of those movies just watching them. I think that was my second time watching them over the course of the last 3 days. So that's the lore of fucking Divergent, I guess. There's some pretty well choreographed fight scenes in the third movie. There's a fight scene on, like, a shuttlecraft that is really well shot and well choreographed. And I kind of like Theo James and his character. I'm trying to remember. I was reading up. I'm going to start the game soon, I promise. I was reading up about, like, what else he's been in, and I feel like I saw something that kind of surprised me. Oh, here's something. I watched Doom today, and there is a character in Doom who I found out is the voice actor for the main character in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So that was fun to find out. Wrote this to cover her tuition money. She's a creative writing major and believed that writing genre fictions could make some money. And I mean, she got a fucking film deal out of it. Doom, 2005's Doom. The actor that plays the character The Kid was Rex in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh, excuse me. But Theo James. I thought he was pretty good in this. What was he in? What was he in that I saw? That's right! He voiced Hector in the Castlevania animated series. I was just like, oh shit, really? That's awesome! I loved hearing you mumble for 3 seasons. No. I like the Castlevania animated series. It's great. Okay, we should probably start playing Zelda. I mean, it was one voice acting gig from what I can tell. I don't think he does a lot of voice acting as far as I'm seeing. But Castlevania has a lot of surprising voice actors, honestly. Like, I think it's really cool that, like, two of the main guys, fucking Trevor Belmont and Dracula, are dwarves from The Hobbit. That's pretty neat. Dracula's voice actor actually does a lot of voice work. Like, he was Dante in the Dante's Inferno game, and then I think in the second animated Dead Space movie he played the captain. Okay, I'm gonna start the game now. We're going to play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I can't avoid it anymore. But yeah, she got a... Listen, she wrote 4 books that were wildly successful enough to get a movie deal. I do not plan to disrespect that. I'm gonna make fun of the movies, but, like, she fucking made it. Good for her, honestly. I wish I could write genre fiction to cover tuition costs. I wish I could write. I try sometimes, but, like, God, I have had just, like, the worst block. I gotta, like, pick up a different hobby, is what I need, I think. I've been thinking about, like, bird watching. I don't know why. I feel like that would be really calming. There's some nature trails around here that I know of. Like, I would imagine, like, it would just be, like, fairly easy. Ah, fuck, I just spilled, like, 2 goddamn Cheetos. Neither of them landed on the floor, though, so we're good. But, like, I could imagine, like, going out getting, like, a decent pair of binocs. And then going out to a nature trail and just trying to find birds, you know? I feel like I would like that. What the fuck was I doing? Midno, what the fuck was I doing? There are 2 mirror shards left. There should be one hidden in an ancient wood and another somewhere in the sky. Hurry up and collect the last 2 shards so we can return the mirror to its original state. Okay, Midna, you got it. Where are we headed? Not the desert. Farron? Farron. Ayy. Perhaps you were finishing up a side quest, but now, temple. Temple time. Okay, I need minute. We need to TF real quick. All right, let's go. I think I feel like the last thing that we did was we dumped all of our money into the fund to buy out the store in Castletown. Bro, how you been, my guy? It has been a while since we took a walk in the forest, huh? Yes, and how our world has changed. I mean, it looks exactly the same as it did at the start of the game, but go off, I guess. Say, do you know about the far side of this deep gorge? Some say there is an ancient temple deep in the woods that guards a sacred power. Anyway, the 2010s dystopian YA fictions were something else. It's true. I own a bunch of, like, movie adaptations of, like, dystopian young adult fiction. Have you seen the Sarah Z video on this? I'm pretty sure I have. I think that one goes on about Divergent quite a bit, actually. But I don't remember it particularly well. I have a bunch of, like, young adult fiction movies, if I remember right. Some of them I've gone ahead and, like, left off of my, my movie challenge. Like, I'm not fucking watching anything by Jowling, Cowling, Rowling. But I've got Aragon. I think Aragon's gonna be, like, my 100th movie that I watch on this challenge. So that's gonna be fun. I've got the Twilight movies. Hunger Games. I've got The Host. I've got The Giver. I've got, like, the first 2 Maze Runner movies, because I stopped, like, paying for those when I found out that the author is kind of a creep. I also got Ender's Game, which I also left off the challenge, because fuck if I'm gonna give Orson Scott Card any free publicity. Fuck that guy. The ancestors of the Hylians created the temple. Signs of their civilization, ancient but very sophisticated, are everywhere. If someone could obtain the power of those ancient people, well, I am sure it would go a long way towards saving Hyrule. Beefsteak. Would you take on this task? Would you cross the gorge and find the ancient powers sleeping in the temple? Abso-goddamn-lutely! I knew you would. To cross the gorge, just use my partner here. Whoa. Oh. Do you doubt my partner's skills? No, not in the slightest. He flies like a dream, believe me. Well, you will definitely make it across the gorge. Wait and see, my doubting friend. Alright, buddy. You and me. Let's fucking go. Did I already go the wrong way? Shit. Hey, let me try that again. Hup! Nailed it. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Oh, fuck. That could have been bad. With me, my steed. Oh, beans. Okay, let's go. Ah! Whoops. Oh my god, I'm all the way back here. I need more Cheetos. Oh, I just realized what's on the other side of this fucking gorge. I see that. There you go. Is this not? Hmm. Hey, come here. That's weird. Sacred Grove. I want to go back and... Is this really not? Huh. Oh, nice! Random news, I booked a job interview today and it'll be held next week. Very cool, very cool. Manifesting get a job energy for you. Raising my hands to the sky. Oh, there it is. Or, wait. Have I been here already? I'm in the right place, right? Have I done all these already? Skull Kid Bulu too. Yeah, he opens a new door now. Ah! Well, okay. Ah! Hello? Skull Kid. I sees him. I sees the light from his lanthorn. There he is. Huh! Die. You know, some people hold a theory that this Skull Kid is actually Link. I don't know which Link, but I don't know. It's probably not true. That sounds like one of those ones that's bullshit. Excuse me. Be another Link? Oh my god. What other Links do we know of in this timeline? I don't think there are any. Link is right there with the papyrus voice. I'm literally right here! Dedicated have to be a Link from the Four Swords games. One of them's. I think this is the only way he could have gone. Ah! They'll never catch me if I roll. Ooh, hold on. Ah! Dope. Wait, put that away now. Owned. Headshot. Hooray, I finished a bust com. Congrats on the bust! What kind of bust do I mean? I'll never tell. Random thought. Don't you hate it after they interviewed you for a job position and then promised to get in touch and they ghosted you forever? Oh, that's the worst. That's the actual worst. Ah! What's down here, I wonder? Is it anything? Is it nothing? Appears to be nothing. I would like to wear my normal boy clothes instead of my fish boy clothes. Supposedly after an interview, you're supposed to thank them by letter, send them a fuck you letter. Where did he go? Did he go this way? Ah, he did. Hello, Mr. Skull Kid. Oh. Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Aha. You think you're so fucking clever. Woo! Like, just tell me whether I got the job or not. It's okay to say I didn't get one. BRB mom wants to phone call me. Enjoy your phone's call. Ah! Anyway. Where is this boy? Ah, okay, I see. I almost said to check the map. I don't know. I don't know how much the map's gonna help me here. I'm gonna be real. The map is scarce. Let me tell ya. Oh! Hi. You seem upset. You are just mad because you are angry. I forget if I had bow and arrow abilitoires when I last fought this boy. Mad and angry. We're just gonna GG easy, bitch. Uninstall.
That was fun. I'll tell you what, I'll let you into a secret place.
Come on. Cheetos. Come on. Ah, fuck. I just spilled energy drink on myself. Damn. Real gamer mess moments. There's a Mountain Dew energy drink, so even more so. You know, eventually I'm going to get the double claw shot, and then I am just going to be fucked up on arrows. Okay. I push the box. This place seems kind of familiar.
We failed that word one time.
The sacred ancient forest. So this is what they were talking about. Fuck, Midna, it sure is. Hello, you castle in the sky looking motherfucker. Anytime I see like a big robot with these proportions, or like a big statue with those proportions in like a video game or an anime, I'm just like, oh, that person really likes Castle in the Sky. Whoever made this game, big Castle in the Sky fans. So we were actually here before. This is where we got the Master Sword, of course. We got a snail. What? Where's the other one? Hold on. Hold on. What? Where's snail? Is snail? Snail want snail? Where's snail? 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 Give me snail. Snail? Hello? Hello, snail? Snail, hello? Hello, snail? Snail wouldn't be in an area that would need a load screen, would it? No. Let's go back. Right location, wrong time. Fuck! Ugh, of course. Strike! I actually almost forgot that this is, like, how you're supposed to do this. Oh, I get to keep the Master Sword. I was worried that, like, I would have to, like, turn it over and use, like, my normal sword for a bit. Ragnarok, can I help you? What's up? I've been listening to Bizarre Podcast Dogs Must Die a lot, and it's really putting me on a big JoJo kick. I rewatched the live-action Diamond is Unbreakable movie recently. Ah! That's a lot of boys. Ah!
Wah! Wah! Wah!
Damn it. Guac time. I'll be back soon. Okay, enjoy guac. Boys gotten. Now we have a fun little warp back here. So that's nice. But I rewatched, the live-action Diamond is Unbreakable movie recently. And I still like it. Like, Not as a standalone movie. As a standalone movie, it's completely bogus. I think that was the snail I just picked up, wasn't it? It would have respawned because I left the area and come back. But I've also started rereading all of the volumes of JoJo that I own because I have been keeping up with the official manga release in English. So I think I finished Volume 1 of Phantom Blood today. And I started Volume 2. Huh. Alright, where's that snail? Snail, 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 snail! Snail. Got it. Best way to make money is gonna be to fucking appease Agatha. So. But I was watching the Diamond is Unbreakable movie, and I finished it, and I ended up feeling kind of bummed, honestly, that there's not going to be a part 2, because, like, fuck, Attack on Titan got a part 2. This is bullshit, you know? But I think the Attack on Titan movies were, like, filmed back-to-back. Whereas Takashi Miike only filmed one Diamond is Unbreakable movie at a time, and it's just like, Takashi, my guy, you should have done them both. So this is the Temple of Time. It's real pretty, and we got the Song of Time playing in the background, which is real nice. And this time, inserting and removing the Master Sword doesn't cause us to fuck off for 7 years. Oh, blah. Huh. Yeah, alright. Uku knows what's up. But yeah, I was thinking about how bummed I was that there wasn't like a second movie, because it's just like, fuck, more than anything, I really wanted more of Yukako Yamagishi's actress. Is this food? Food time? Food time, food time, food time, food time? Food time. Thank you for food time. This looks really good. Thank you. What's food time today?
Pork roast and then some onions that were in stew with the pork and broccoli and rice.
Nice. Thank you. I'm going to take a moment to eat food. Give me 1 second. Ooh, that pork roast cuts real easy. That's been in like a slow cooker all day, so that's not too surprising. That is nice. What was I talking about? But yeah, Yukako is one of my favorite characters from Part 4. And I think her actor did a really good job with you know, what little she ended up having in the movie, because the movie, on a recent rewatch, there's like a lot of little details that I didn't notice that are supposed to, like, I guess, reference future things that would normally have happened over the course of the series, including there just being like an abandoned baby stroller in one scene, just like, that's probably the invisible baby. Shizuku Joestar. But in being in an odd twist of fate, I guess you could call it. When I was like looking up stuff while I was like feeling bummed about like, oh, I'm really upset that there isn't going to be a second live action JoJo's Bizarre Adventure movie, I found out there was a live action TV drama based on the spin-off manga Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan. Which unfortunately needs to divide itself almost entirely from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So there's no mention of stands. There aren't a whole lot of other characters from Part 4 that show up. Rohan has Heaven's Door, but he refers to it as his gift. There are some like small references, like I think in the third episode, Rohan is playing the dice game that he plays with Josuke. Just before he burns his own house down. And his editor asks him, like, hey, have you encountered other people with weird abilities? You must have, right? Because of the events of that particular episode. Prompted her to ask. But there's 3 episodes of that out on Amazon Prime right now. And I watched them, and they're really good. And I actually really enjoyed them. There's another 3 episodes that came out just this past December. They haven't been like translated and localized yet, but once they do, I definitely want to check them out. So here we are in the Temple of Time. The Temple of Time has probably one of the more... Oh. Beefsteak. Don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the grove and in the temple entry, there were always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? I could. Or I could go break these pots. But yeah, I'm definitely on a big JoJo kick right now. By the way, I highly recommend checking out Bizarre Podcast Dogs Must Die if you are a fan of JoJo. Or as a companion to like watching through the series for the first time. Because the guys that do it, Chip and Ironicus, they're actually a couple of Let's Players that I've been huge fans of for years. And their dynamic through the series is really good. Because one of them, Chip specifically, has seen had seen like everything of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure up to the point that they started doing the podcast, which would have been like up through part 5. I knew it. There was one more here originally. We need to find the other statue in this temple that matches that one. Okay. But the other host, Ironicus, has never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so he's going into it with mostly fresh eyes. There's some stuff that he gets spoiled on that he reveals, but for the most part, it's entirely new to him, and it is really interesting reliving a lot of the moments from that show vicariously through him. So if you have seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, there's that aspect. Also, Ironicus himself is very knowledgeable about like historical and pop cultural context for like the time periods that JoJo takes place in. like, anytime a specific date is mentioned, like, he'll reference something that happened on or around that date. Which isn't too surprising. I know that he's also part of another podcast called History Honeys that I think he does with his wife. He's really just like a super knowledgeable guy, like, all around. Like, it's really interesting to get a lot of the context that, like, me personally, I'm otherwise not privy to when watching JoJo. Talking about, like, the musical influences for the names of, like, stands and characters and stuff like that. It's neat. It's a cool podcast. Uku's just fucking waiting for us. Like, she's just hanging out. But she's gonna have to hang out just a bit longer. Because we gotta do this thing. Roosh. Roosh. I got a small key. Uku, how's it hanging?
Not so fast! At last, this is it! This is where I've been trying to get to! The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it! Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh, gracious, yes! Young man, we're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for.
You're reunited with Uku. This kind character will let you out of the dungeon and return you to where you were. Set her to and call her with Y, X, or R. So this is actually... Uku is interesting because Uku exists for, like, a majority of this game as, like... As an item. Like, you pick her up in the dungeon and she's the thing that lets you leave and come back easily. But now we're getting to the point where it's just like, oh, Uku is actually kind of involved in the plot. Uku has a reason for being around so many fucking places. I just think that's neat. Something I can, like, weigh down, or... No. Damn. Huh? Welcome back, Designer Gaze. Okay. I'm already not sure where I'm supposed to be. So, I've got this area. Can I weigh this down with a bomb, maybe? No. Okay. Giving too much detail, the job I'm interviewing for is marketing related. Interesting.
Exactly what was this?
I don't think... I haven't, like...
haven't found any other doors.
Play with and do it.
Can I bring that little guy through here? Let me find out. Hold on. This is a fairly heavy pot. I think it should be able to weigh this button down, right? Yeah. Let me see if I can bring this little guy through. I cannot. Damn. Mom, I got a marketing job, does the sign spinning job. Maybe just one of the bigger vases? Oh yeah, I think this should be able to do it, yeah. Okay, there we go. Ooh, bunch of arrows. Don't need them, but I'll take it. Whoop. Ka-chow. Excuse me, sir. That guy kind of freaked out trying to find out where to land on the stairs. Ow. I hear bats. Alright, let's grab whatever's in here. Ooh, 20 bucks. Dope. Excuse me, sir. I want to look at, like, the construction of this guy. Because here's the thing. I'm just now noticing that he's got, like, a big frowny face full of large teeth. I never registered that as a big frowny face full of large teeth. I just sort of thought he had a weird beak. And, like, the bottom of his chin was, like, the upper lip. I don't know why. Started watching Breaking Bad, and one of Jesse Pinkman's friends happens to be a sign spinner. Haven't seen Breaking Bad. Maybe someday. Welcome back. How was guac time? Or has guac time not fully started? And you have acquired guac for the guac time. Speaking of which, I should probably eat more of this pork roast. Guac time is just beginning. You have not even begun to guac. All right. Almost. That feels like that should have counted.
Oh, Mitty. Oh, Mitty. Oh, Mitty, I know where you're trying to go, but you have so much stuff in your way. No, my phone! Mitty! Mitty, how could you do this? How could you betray me like this? Mitty, my darling daughter. My little girl. Oh, that reminds me, actually. One of the movies that I rewatched recently was The Disaster Artist, which is a very good movie based on a very good book. If you're not familiar, The Disaster Artist is a book about the making of The Room. And it is interesting to find out, like, the details of, like, all of that. Hold on, I gotta... Ah! I believe you like cringe comedy. I would disagree. Personally. This is a good way to learn about the art of making movies. I would say that is true, yeah. In that, this is how you don't do it. Ow. Hold on, let me finish my animation. Okay. Like, I read The Disaster Artist, and I'd always been, like, a huge fan of The Room. And knowing, like, the just sort of, like, general story about how that movie got made just really makes you look at it in a much different way. Like, it becomes just that much more fascinating of a film, honestly. Just for, like, not only what is kind of, like, on the page, but also, like, what the movie itself says about the guy who made it. Like, there's a lot that you can kind of intuit about Mr. Wiseau simply by watching The Room. But, like, it's a whole other thing to get, like, a degree of confirmation about, like, that. I've never actually seen Troll 2, which is kind of wild to me. That, like, I would not have seen, like, a movie of that particular caliber at any point in my life. Or maybe someday. I haven't seen either of these. I will someday, though. thought of a script about a crazy director from Germany. You're okay. I see. You're talking about like making like a fictionalized Uwe Boll biopic. I see what you're doing. Uwe Boll can't make a good movie, but boy howdy can that man throw a punch. I can't actually bring this way. Yeah, no, I can't. "75% fiction." No, from the sound of things, it's like mostly nonfiction. You've just like filed the names off, basically. So, I did watch the 2005 Doom movie today, and I like that movie quite a bit, honestly. Like, I think it's fine. The one with The Rock, yes, exactly. Not the 2019 one that id Software had to go on their Twitter and be like, we have absolutely no... We did not have any sort of input on this movie at all. But an interesting sort of like theory that I've heard people posit about the 2005 Doom movie is how it's actually a movie about the debate with regards to video game violence. With the specific, what's the word I'm looking for? The specific, I guess viewpoint, like the side they take is that like anybody who commits violence after playing video games was already a violent person to begin with, but it does it in like an oddly nuanced way, where it's also like people who are quote unquote inherently bad can do good can do good things and be otherwise good people, and people who are quote unquote inherently good can do bad things and like, you know, the opposite, vice versa, sort of. And it's especially interesting that this is being done in the context of a Doom movie, because a little bit of a history lesson for you. So this movie came out in 2005. This was 5 or 6 years after Columbine, and Columbine really kind of brought the video game violence debate to the forefront because nobody wanted to admit the fact that the gunmen in the Columbine massacre were radicalized by Nazis on the internet. And instead we're just like, oh, they practiced their shootout in Doom levels, and it's just like, fucking my guy, come on. And it was this whole fucking thing, and it's a thing that for a while, so for a long time, the violence in video games debate cropped up on a pretty consistent basis. It always, for the longest time, it happened in exactly 2 times each year would be like the peak of the debate. And it would always be Christmas, when, you know, a lot of people would buy new video games, and then April, or otherwise known as the anniversary of the Columbine massacre. I'm not going to talk about Jack Thompson. That's a whole other can of worms. But it seems like if you look at the Doom movie with that kind of a reading, where it is a metaphor for the debate about violence in video games, then the reasons that it makes the narrative choices that it does become a lot more clear. Even if they need to fudge a couple details, like, oh, 10% of the human genome is still unmapped, when the human genome finished being mapped in 2003, 2 years before the movie came out. But don't tell them that. That being said, with that reading, it maybe doesn't read as a particularly nuanced take on, like, mental illness, because, like, one of the inherently bad characters regularly self-harms? So... maybe it's not, like, 100% well put together. I heard that one of the movie's producers and financiers happened to be a fundamentalist Christian and he didn't like the idea of Hellgate on Mars. I can believe that. That sounds like a thing that could be true of Hollywood, honestly. Instead, it is a metaphorical hell. One of the financiers behind The Last Airbender wanted his daughter to star in the movie, and that actually started the shitstorm. Oof. Guess what role she played? Was it Katara? I had a feeling. Give me all of that. Alright, we can't do anything with any of this yet, but I need to stand on this circle. I'm glad that there are these, like, circles on the ground, so that we know where best to stand to, like, aim at these crystals. It's fucking decorative J.O. crystals. Mitty, what are you doing? Are you moving? You shifting? Licking yourself? Okay, she's licking herself. Alright. Oh, nope, she has left. Mitty has left the room, ladies and gentlemen. Bye, Mitty, I'll miss you. Oh, wait, no, you jumped onto the floor to lick yourself. I mean, that's understandable. The Series X does not have a lot of, like, retail space. Retail space? What? Alright. Okay. Let's see. Alright, where... Okay, I thought my computer froze, but it's just you firing arrows. Nope. I was just kind of going nuts with arrows. My bad. Going absolutely ham. Ooh, 50 roops. You are Hawkeye now, the new Hawkeye. I'm Kate Barton? Oh! Damn! Alright, is there... I like reach one of these, knock it off. Oh, I bet I know what I can do. Damn, nope. Does have the Hawkeye in the inventory. Did you hear about the leaked post-credit scene of Morbius? No, nor do I want... I've heard that Morbius sucks. I've heard it's bad. Which, like, kind of makes me want to see it. Didn't even know it came out. I don't think it's come out yet. I think it comes out in April, but I've heard bad things. Like, in the same way that I remember people saying that, like, Venom is a really good, is like a early 2000s superhero movie in all of the best ways. It sounds like Morbius is like an early 2000s, early to mid 2000s superhero movie in all of the worst ways. And I think the way... So I was discussing this with friend of the stream and roommate Ixao. And the way that I described it is that you have to think of... From the sound of things, you have to think of Morbius as... Oh, hold on. Huh. Can I get up there from here? You have to think of Morbius as, like, theatrically released Daredevil or Elektra, and you have to think of Venom as the Nick Cage Ghost Rider. And that is, like, the best comparison you could potentially make. Also, is stream lagging for anyone else, or is it just me? I'm not dropping any frames. Everything seems to be good, as far as I can tell. How many post souls do I have? I've got 28. Ow. I didn't go through that door, but... Getting a bunch of Hylian letters. Let me check the map real quick. Okay, this is a dead-end room with 2 chests in it. Spider-Man trilogy was sorta in a league of its own. It's true. When I went back to rewatch Spider-Man 2, I thought that said Spawn 2, and I'm just like, there was a Spawn 2? Spider-Man 2, I realized I hadn't felt that much emotion from any other comic book movie from that time period. It's a lot, which is honestly part of the reason why it's so good to have our buddy Doc Ock back for No Way Home, honestly. Like, that's one thing I was like super excited about. Can I get that guy down from there at all? Those movies did a lot, just kind of like overall. No, I can't get that guy down from there just yet. I have to come back here. No. I don't want to come back here. But yeah, those movies managed to do like so much with their runtime. Like, it's kind of nuts to look back on it and think about like how many like concurrent storylines those movies juggled on like a regular basis. Side note, we are due for a new Spawn movie. Ooh, are we? Gosh, I realize how much superhero movies tried to imitate Raimi's Spider-Man movies. Oh yeah, like all of the movies of that time really tried to. Those motherfuckers tried. Yo, they thought. And then 2008 rolled around and everyone wanted to imitate The Dark Knight. I just remember there's going to be a new Blade. Yep. With, oh god, I feel like I'm going to butcher his name. No, hold on. Let me look the name up first before I try to remember it off the top of my head. MCU Blade. Mahershala Ali. Which is wild because he was already in Luke Cage. I'm pretty sure. Speaking of which, apparently it has been announced that they're going to be rebooting at the very least Daredevil as a Disney Plus series, which I'm conflicted on. So far, the Disney Plus series for the Marvel Cinematic Universe have been generally okay. I liked WandaVision. I liked Hawkeye. Chris Evans was in 2 Marvel properties, technically. Yeah, but the difference there was that the Luke Cage series was already intended to be part of the MCU. And much like Daredevil is right now, is kind of in a weird sort of like limbo state. Which Daredevil has managed to mostly get out of by virtue of characters from that series actually managing to appear in other things. Are they bringing back the actor who played Matt Murdock in the Netflix series? Okay, so quick question. Is there anybody here who hasn't seen No Way Home and doesn't want to be spoiled on events in No Way Home? It's an important question in order to answer Designer Gaze's question, actually. This isn't a huge spoiler, but it was something that I wasn't expecting. Okay.
I think the best way to answer that question is probably... I just got here and y'all sharing spoilers, how rude. I asked, okay? I made sure to ask. Plot of that aside, I was told they're hiring the same TV show guy. For Disney Plus Daredevil that worked on Netflix Daredevil? Actually, I haven't seen any Daredevils. Wait, hold on. Has the statute of limitations on spoilers for No Way Home passed at this point? How long has that movie been? No, okay. You know what? They are already running ads that show, for the home release, that show that both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are back for Spider-Man No Way Home. I think we're past the statute of limitations for early movie spoilers for No Way Home. Honestly. So... yeah, no. Like, I think we're way past it. Okay. Charlie Cox shows up as Matt Murdock in No Way Home. So, exact same actor, and he's been doing interviews about showing up in it as well. So yeah, we're way past that. So yes, Charlie Cox is still in the MCU as Daredevil. Like, look, normally I'm all about, like, you know, not spoiling things for people, but, like, I do, there's a limit that we have to put on that, I feel like. Like, listen, Sonic 2 comes out next week. I'm not going to spoil that for people. I'm excited for it, and I want other people to be excited for it and go into it blind. Anyways, gotta go. Alright, you have a good one, Designer Gaze. But yeah, I think for No Way Home, we're well past that. What did that just do? Oh, that's going to be important for a later mechanic. What? What's up? Oh shit, I have a message on Discord. Never mind, I'm looking at my calendar wrong. Oh, okay. I'm so excited for Sonic 2. I guess they did like these fun little fake interviews with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles for what looked like a kids program or a kids show. And canonically, they kept Knuckles' love of grapes. Yo, we got that dark nut! I put away my sword. That was a bad idea, actually. Aha! Come on, big guy. Let's go. You and me. Oh, that's nonsense. Let's see how this works. Not well. Fuck. Alright. Rude. There we go. Completely missed. Love it. Oh, the She Says guy did a new video on Twilight Princess. Dark Nuts have basically no face under the mask. It's a placeholder thing. That's cool. I'm so glad that She Says is doing well for himself. Love to see another good Boston boy winning. Because I remember finding his channel when he was, like, relatively smaller in terms of exposure. So it's great seeing him doing well for himself. Oh yeah, he Boston. Pretty sure in early videos of his, I've seen him wearing a Red Sox hat. And I'm just like, hell yeah. Hooray! The most useless weapon in the game. No, I shouldn't say that. Alright. It's time to bring this boy back where he belongs. Hiya! So this is the Dominion Rod. It dominions things. It's kind of neat, actually. I've reached levels of guac not thought possible before. Too guac, too furious. God, I have 2.5 weeks until I start watching Fast and Furious movies for my movie challenge. The Dominion Rod is green, buikayi guacamole. I'm excited to rewatch the Fast and the Furious series and just see that series absolutely fucking bonkers levels of goddamn escalation. Like, it's nuts. Is that not... Hold on. Oh, wait. I almost forgot how this works. Fuck this thing. Alright, let's go, big guy. You and me. Hamor. Fuck. Ugh. Gotta get a little bit further away. Dope. Fuck these things. Nope, can't destroy that though. A shame. Hammer.
This guy's little steppies. He's just like, bop, 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 bop.
Fuck this thing. I just love that this thing's big-ass hammer can just destroy shit. It's great. Come on, little guy. The Dominion Rod is a lot of fun. It just doesn't have a whole lot of uses. Kind of like the Beyblade, but I find the Beyblade a little bit more fun to use in the times where you do use it. Okay, so now we need to head where? Oh, we need to actually head up here real quick. Speaking of the Beyblade. You ever think about how Jar Jar has known a woman biblically? I think about that maybe a little bit too much than I probably should. Alright, so up here. Now, will this just keep this open? Oh, I could have gotten this entire time. That's wild to think about. I could have just gotten this way early. Wait, do I even need to do anything here, or what's the... Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. There is actually something I have to do here. I just forgot where Hammerman ended up. I was thinking the other day about how when Elden Ring came out, there were all of those like Western game devs that were like complaining about how like everyone was talking about Elden Ring and also using it to kind of like diss like Western developed open world games. And you know, I was thinking about it, I'm just like, oh, that seems really weird for them to get like so like upset about. Like, geez, why are you like why are you like this, basically? And I realized the other day, it's just like, hey, you know what I haven't really seen people talking about? Horizon Forbidden West. I was just like, I have seen so many people talking about Elden Ring and showing stuff off in Elden Ring, and I don't know if I'm just like not following the right people or something. I have seen exactly nothing in terms of people talking about Horizon Forbidden West. And I was just like, like, I'm not about to be like, oh no, they're totally justified in being upset about this, but at the same time, I'm just like, I can maybe see why they're a bit salty. Like, I've seen nobody talk about Ass Creed Valhalla. Yeah, that too. Like, why you have to be mad? It's just game. You know what game that, like, I do? There's that one guy who claimed Forbidden West Combat was the next evolution in gaming, that one magazine who put Alloy on the cover, but that's about it. Like, I'm not trying to say, I haven't fucking played either Horizon game, so, like, I have no, like, place to talk on whether any of those games should be considered quote-unquote bad or not. But I also can't ignore the fact that I've seen exactly nobody talking about them. I heard a lot of folks criticize Aloy as a character, though, but yeah, I haven't heard much. I've seen people criticizing, like, you know, standard cultural appropriation stuff with regards to Horizon Forbidden West, like, the main character is a white person with dreads. Everything. I saw people kind of criticizing, like, mission and narrative structure and stuff like that. Like, I've seen a lot of criticism. I haven't seen people talking about much else beyond that, which, yeah. That's probably... I don't know how indicative that is, necessarily. Did you see me fucking bop that thing? I bopped it. You want me to bring the hammer down? It's true they have all that capability, put black actors and whites in their games. Alloy could have not been white, just saying. The Last of Us 2 feels like such a weird game to talk about because, like, everything I hear about that game makes it sound like an abysmal experience to go through. Maybe not necessarily, like, in a bad sense, but it's just like, I don't know that I could put myself through that. And I remember seeing people, like, making, like, genuine criticisms of that game, and, like, I don't know. It feels like, I know that it's definitely... listen,
is 100% important that there should be more representation in games. But it feels weird when a developer puts representation in a game and then hides behind it. You know? Like, using it to deflect any criticism of the game by saying, like, oh, those are just, like, the haters. Like, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. Like, come on, y'all. There's actually a game I'm kind of interested in that I heard about recently, that like the entire concept of the game is that you play simultaneously as like a couple who are in love with each other, and they have to like escape to this deserted sci-fi planet because, like, I don't know, their love's forbidden or something. I come back to people talking about TLOU2 and cancel culture. Well, we were because we started talking about Horizon Forbidden West and like developers complaining about people praising Elden Ring, and things just kind of spiraled from there. Because I was talking about how like I haven't seen like literally anyone talk about like Horizon Forbidden West or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I started thinking about like, you know what? I'm starting to understand maybe why they're a little salty. I think it's still ridiculous for them to be, but like part of me's starting to get it. All right, I need to bust these bad boys wide open. Bust. Bussin'. Bustin' makes me feel good. I was a little worried that Link was gonna get crushed by the bell there. Damn, this shit bussin'. Alright. This dungeon feels like it's going by pretty quickly. Oh, there he is. There he is. Miss America. Alright. Oh, God, excuse me. Alright, I think, this way? Can I go up further? No. Many combinations, Lizgard. That was Sinor Card Gauge, but yes, thank you for recognizing the reference. I know, but I appreciate you all the same. It's weird seeing Lefty Twilight Princess Link after growing up on the Wii version of this game, and yes, I did play the HD version.
I also appreciate that guy's wife.
What?
Trying to make a joke like I also appreciate that guy's wife.
Weird reference to make, but okay. Thank you, JB.
She's my friend.
Shit.
No!
Alright, I gotta get him down to the bottom. Bottom. Right. I still think it's kind of cool that like the entire thing with this game is just like, oh yeah, the Wii version is just mirrored. Ah, I hit myself. Ow. Ow.
Do I have to kill all these things? I forget. Like the whole game backwards. You gonna leave without bonking the spinners? Does something happen if I bonk the spinners? Oh, I should probably find out, huh? Because, like, what if it does? What if it does and I miss it? Gage is a giant robot with a giant hammer, proceeds to kill all the bugs with a bow and arrow. I hit myself, okay? It hurt. I got a owie. They do deserve to be bonked. It's true. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's go. Ow. Is it this way? Okay, cool. I went the right way. Tell you what I am gonna bonk. This bad boy over here. Fuck this guy! Ah! I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Hey, come here. Alright, you hang out right here for a second. Ow. He's just a little guy. What did that do, actually? Hold on. What? Did that do anything? Oh, maybe it opened that gate. Maybe it opened the gate, I guess? Or it would have? If I hadn't fucking destroyed the gate? Bong. All right. Damn. Bullshit. Hata! Follow me, large friend. I do wish this item was used more. Yeah, I mean, it's useful for a couple of puzzles in the overworld, but not too much else beyond that, unfortunately.
boss here is super cool though, so.
Ooh, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Okay, I want to check something. There is a chest I'm missing on the 5th floor. Going back for it. I need to pad out the stream. It's fine.
Wait, the bug. What bug? Do you mean that snail? Because I found the snail. Or is there a different bug? Yeah, no, I got the second snail. We're good. Don't worry. Ah! Oh, we're on the 3rd floor, so I need to get up to the 5th. Baby, let it rip!
By the way, the comic, the prequel to shit, to what's it called? I forget now. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is out as of this week, as of today, I think. In fact, I've read it. It's pretty good, honestly. I think of, like, all of the human characters that were introduced specifically for the movies, my favorite might be Agent Stone. I think he's a fun character to pair up with Robotnik, honestly. And I'm so excited he's back for the new movie. And I'm so glad that his actor has such a fun time, like, in those movies. Like, he always seems really, like, jazzed to be, like, involved in this project, and I love that. Like, good for him. Whoop. Fuck. The comic implies that he takes over that he has taken over the coffee shop that he's working on, or working at in the 2nd movie, through manipulation and subterfuge. Which, I don't know, I'm excited to see how that is all gonna play out on screen, or like... I'm excited to see, because like, in the movie scene, just based on the previews, it seems to be setting up how he's going to be, that he's going to be jealous of Knuckles for being like, Eggman's new partner.
And I kind of like the sort of like dynamic that's going to imply. So I'm looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think it's gonna be a fun movie. I'm looking forward to their Sonic the Hedgehog fucking cinematic universe. Which is a weird thing to say, because I saw somebody point out just like, y'all, Sega has been trying to make a Sonic the Hedgehog like spin-off universe for years and it hasn't worked well. Like you're talking about making like Tails Adventure or Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm just like, well, actually, the concept isn't too out of the ordinary, considering that like there have been like years of like the comics having like very successful spin-offs, honestly. Like, I don't mean like the Knuckles series with all the stupid echidna bullshit. I'm talking about like Sonic Universe, I'm talking about like Sonic the Bad Guys, Imposter Syndrome, Tangle and Whisper. God, imagine if they put Tangle and Whisper in the fucking movies. Ooh. Ooh. I'm excited. I'm excited about Sonic. I like Sonic. Did you know? Yeah, thank God Penders is millions of miles away from the franchise. I wonder, like, do you think he got really cheesed off when they announced that they were going to be doing a solo Knuckles series for Paramount Plus? Like, how cheesed off do you think he was? In my heart of hearts, I really hope he was, like, super cheesed off by that. He is oozing Velveeta at this point. They've mentioned there's been like a big news story going around about the Sonic movies that is a lot of people are really reading into with regards to like how they plan to go forward with these. With the big takeaway being that they do not plan to do like the Sonic series in like its normal chronological order, which I wouldn't want them to. I feel like that would be boring. Because, like, part of the fun of an adaptation like this is seeing how things differ from, like, the status quo you're used to. Which obviously is, like, a really precipitous tightrope to walk. Like, it's a fucking balancing act. Because otherwise you end up with something like fucking Jonah Hex. It's just like, you have changed this too much, and it just does not feel like the same character anymore. But they said that there is the big thing that people are taking away from it is that they have said that there is a major hint towards a future character that they plan to introduce in Sonic 2. And I would assume that if my guess that the Gun Commander that we have been seeing in the movie is intended to be the film version of the Gun Commander from Shadow the Hedgehog, my assumption is that we are going to get some major hints towards Shadow the Hedgehog. I've seen people say that they would prefer that they do Metal Sonic before Shadow, but also consider the fact that it's Shadow the fucking Hedgehog, and whether we like it or not, he's one of the most, like, popular and recognizable characters in that series that isn't Sonic. That would make more sense before Shadow. It's true. And, like, I would say that they've been kind of hinting at Metal Sonic ever since, like, Robotnik picked up the Sonic's quill at the, like, midway through the first movie. Like, the end point of that would seem to be, like, oh, he's going to use that to power Shadow the Hedgehog. Hi, Lucas! Welcome to the Shark Stream. We're talking about Sonic movie stuff. What game did Metal show up? Metal Sonic, as we know him, showed up in Sonic CD. Like, there were, oh good, I didn't watch it, so spoilers avoided. Oh, I haven't seen it either. It doesn't come out until next week. I wouldn't... Ooh, big spider. I wouldn't spoil Sonic 2. Twilight Arachnid. Armagoma. I'm only thinking Shadow because it's the same studio that animated the Shadow the Hedgehog CGI. Yeah, Sonic CD came out before Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh, wait, do I need to, like... Da 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 da. There was an article that I read recently that kind of came to my attention. That was basically like, oh, here's the characters that we hope they adapt for future Sonic the Hedgehog movies. And surprisingly, I didn't disagree with any of the choices they made. Like, the list starts with Shadow and ends with Metal Sonic, and every single choice between that is a fucking banger. Like, they mentioned Blaze the Cat, Amy Rose, Big the Cat, like, Espio the Chameleon. They knew what they were talking about, and I appreciate that. Who was in between? Let's see. It was a 7-person list. It was Shadow, Blaze, Big, Amy, Metal Sonic, Espio the Chameleon. Oh, God. There was one more. There was one more, and I don't remember who it was. Hold on. I want to see the Chaotix in the movies so bad. There is currently precedence for the Chaotix being in the movies because they show up in the prequel comic. In one of the parts of the prequel comic, it goes to Casino Night Zone, and Espio and Vector are in the background. I want them to show up in the Knuckles series, because it would be appropriate, because they first show up in Knuckles Chaotix. You said all bangers, then said Big. Which is it, bangers or Big? Big is a banger, and if you don't think so, get the fuck out my face! Big is great. I love Big the Cat. Unironically. In this house, we love Big the Cat. Ow. And here comes a giant fist! Gage, where's your Sonic OC? Oh my god, okay. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Oh. Hey, man. Oh, he's a little guy. Big was pretty enjoyable in Team Sonic Racing.
I also really like him in a lot of the comics, and he's super good in Chronicles, actually. Hold on, let's get through this cutscene, and then I'll talk about Sonic OCs, okay?
You could do them,
3 of the mirror shards are ours.
and by them,
Just 1 left.
use
Beefsteak.
to snacks.
You saw how nasty that monster was, right?
With 2 networks,
The evil within the shards is more powerful than you can imagine.
with you and 2 dust.
You know, we could be assembling something truly terrible here.
That big pure with
The game Chronicles, what was he doing there of all places? He is a strength character with the ability to withstand clouds of poisonous gas and other overworld hazards. I believe Omega has the same ability in Chronicles. It could be something that we'll ultimately have to destroy.
and Seabiscuit.
We have to hurry. Let's find the last shard, Beefsteak.
Though you see network here.
We have to reach the sky. That's where the last shard is supposed to be. So when I was in middle school, I made a bunch of Sonic OCs. So like one of the things that I did for the longest time was that I would base characters that I create off of my friend group at the time. And when I made Sonic OCs, it was no different. I would always associate specific characters with specific friends of mine. I'm drawing our Sonic OCs together. No, I'm not going... So, all of my Sonic OCs were just recolors with, like, a bunch of, like, fucking, random accessories and, like, X-Men powers. Like, they were specifically powers taken from X-Men. Because I think I was also really into the X-Men movies at the time. And I don't remember any of them in any, like, particularly solid, like, regard in order to, like, provide references. That being said, where is it? Natalie did draw this for me. And it's real cute. And I love it. Look at the little guy. Let's embiggen this boy. Let's get this boy big. There he is. Look at that high quality Natalie art. Wife good artist. Quite frankly. Okay. Insmallening the boy again. Let's not make him too insmallened. Let's put him, like, right there. Perfect. Someday I'm going to have to go back to doing Sonic games because I've only got one more until I play Sonic 06. And the goal has always been Sonic 06, by the way. Well, maybe one more. I might do Black Knight before 06. Or no, Black Knight came out after 06. So no, it would be appropriate for me to do 06 first. But I have to do Shadow. I can't do 06 without playing Shadow first. Because so much of the development of Shadow in Shadow the Hedgehog is reflected in Sonic 06. I'll get you out of here. You're sure there's nothing else you need to do, right? Yes. I can't go straight into... I love Shadow's story in Sonic 06. Everything about Team Dark in Sonic 06, story-wise, is great. It's also, like... As somebody who ships Shadow and Rouge, it's, like, a big deal for me, that storyline.
and when you play Shadow, the multiple endings, I am going to get at least 3 of them, and then do the canon one. Probably going to do most good, most evil, and then one of the Midland ones. Time to get out of here, and nothing bad will happen. There will be no complications for anything that happens next. Take a look at these owls. Take a look at these wolves. Ah, fuck! A ghost! Hey, 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 bitch. But yeah, I'm not doing like, listen. I had such a hard time getting through Sonic Heroes that I just straight up did not play some of those routes. I didn't finish the Team Sonic route. I didn't finish Team Dark's route. I didn't finish Team Chaotix's route. The only route I actually finished was Team Rose. And, like, I put my time in with that game already. Like, I did my time. And I showed off the cutscenes as proof that I did my time. And, like, I can't imagine that, like, Shadow is going to be much more of an enjoyable experience. So I don't plan on, like, going through that whole ass game. We're just going to leave here with our items, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Our items are going to be okay. Being the final boss in all the teams is torment.
Well done, adventurer. Uku sees what she was looking for. Goodness, yes! It's the Dominion Rod you found at the temple. That thing has been around for quite some time. I can see from here that its magic has been exhausted. Oh, what am I to... I thought at last I could return to the sky. But I have completely forgotten the spell that would once again bestow it with magic. It can't be helped. I suppose I'll just have to look for the statues that respond to the rod. It's decided. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do indeed. Well, Uku is on her way. See you again.
I know I unlocked plenty of endings in Shadow, but definitely not all of them. I got all of them. It's not the endings that is the real challenge in Shadow the Hedgehog. It's unlocking every permutation of levels. No, there's only like 5 endings, I think. Is that right? No, there's more than 5 endings, I think. But there's over 300 permutations of how you can go through that game. Yeah, no. Routes is a different thing. There are multiple routes that you can go through. No, I know people who have done that, and they have said that it's not worth it.
Hey, wait! What did you do to the Dominion Rod? She's gone. I suppose a useless rod is really just more baggage, but what are you going to do? Did she just say something about returning to the sky? The last piece of the mirror is also said to be in the heavens. If we can restore magic to the Dominion Rod, maybe it'll come in handy. Yeah, handy. What? I suppose I should leave. To Castletown. I do plan on going through all of Sonic 06, though. Like, for the record. Because, like, here's the thing. Part of the issue that I had with Sonic Heroes is that I play that game so infrequently that I'm not used to its bullshit. Mr. Beefsteak, wait! Greetings, Mr. Beefsteak. I have come to deliver a letter. It is a letter from Renato. Thanks. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail! Fuck, there he goes. Shine on, you crazy diamond. About Ilya's memory. Beefsteak! There is something about Ilya's memory that I wish to tell you. I know you are busy, but please come to visit me in my sanctuary in Kakariko Village. I will not. At least not on this stream. We're gonna save that for next stream. But, like, I play Sonic Heroes so infrequently that I'm not used to that game's bullshit. Conversely, I've played Sonic 06 enough that I am, on some level, used to its bullshit. So, like, I'm pretty confident that I could do, like, a full stream of Sonic 06.
What business do you have with Agatha? You don't look like you'd have the same interests as Agatha. You listening? I'm only gonna say this once. You don't like bugs, then you're better off not hassling her.
I love bugs. Weirdo. Fucking Agatha's goddamn stalker over her. Get out of here, stalker. Yo, Ags. I got bugs.
Have you brought a bug for Princess Agatha's ball?
Yes. Snells.
Oh boy, who's your friend? You're a little snail, aren't you, you little cutie? Little snail. Just once I'd like to take a bath in that slime.
You don't. We have talked enough about snail slime on this stream that you really don't need to. Don't do it.
Oh boy, thank you so much. I'm so happy. Allow me to share this happiness with you.
I got $50.
15 bugs left until I have them all. If you don't mind my asking, could you find a partner for any single bug at the ball?
It's funny you mentioned that. Because I got 2 Snell.
Oh boy! Oh yes, we have a pair. Don't those little bugs look happy? Allow me to share this happiness with you.
I got $100. Brings me up to just over 400.
14 bugs left until I have them all. Oh, I hope that you'll keep bringing them here. You will, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna get out of here, though. Fuck. I wasn't looking at the screen. Telma, babe, how's it going? How's that Ilya doing, honey? I'm sure that shaman will find a way to get her memory back. That Renato is a talented man, that's for sure. Anyway, honey, you've got your own things to worry about, so you just make sure you do what needs doing right now, okay? You unsure what you ought to be doing, honey? Well, why don't you go show your face in Kakariko Village? Our friend Shad happens to be there right now, looking into this and that. If you need detailed directions, just take a peek at the map on the table. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this guy, go. So, did you find the power of the ancient civilization? If you discover anything, could you be sure to also tell Shad? He has been researching the Uka, who are said to be the ancestor of the Hylians. As we speak, he is in Kakariko Village investigating these sky beings. Perhaps you should go see them. He's an avid scholar, and I am sure his knowledge could be helpful. Shad is in Kakariko Village now. Would you check on the children if you head that way, Beefstack? Absolutely. Goodbye. Let's go. How much more money do we have to put towards buying out the fucking store in Castletown? I forget.
We now have only 600 rupees left before we reach our goal for financing a store in Castletown, brother. Please help us bring relief to the people of Castletown who are suffering under the weight of an inflated cost of living, brother.
Alright. 4 biggins.
We have only 200 rupees left. Thank you for your cooperation, brother.
You're welcome, Mallow. Mallow and his mart. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes at tiers 1, 2, and 3. You can also follow me on Twitter at @sane_intolerant or on YouTube at youtube.com/saneintolerant, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream was done by Molly, whose work you can find on Twitter at @GingerIsASpice. That's GingerIsASpice. Fantastic stuff. Highly recommend checking it out. Also did the art for the Resident Evil 2 streams, and got something else in the pipeline for a future stream, so keep an eye out for that. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, we're back on Thursdays, and Thursdays are now going to be our God of War days, so we will be continuing. I think maybe... excuse me. Finishing God of War 1? Potentially? I'm not too sure. Because I'm going to be honest, that game, the levels in those games are so recursive that I kind of completely misjudged how long it would take to get through the Pandora's Temple. So that happened. So we'll be finishing that sequence tomorrow at the very least, and maybe finishing the game. I don't know. Friday, I will be back with Team Catpull, and we will be starting Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which is a game that I've played with them previously on stream, but we didn't end up finishing it. We're going to be starting fresh, not super fresh. It's going to be a New Game Plus run. But it's going to be fun. I like Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and let me tell you, it runs really well on Series X. Like, I tested it, and it looks great. Like, you actually get a good frames per second, which usually isn't something that I care about, but I know that, like, it gets pretty bad on, like, its original hardware. But that is for Friday. Then on Saturday we will be continuing Leon's route in Resident Evil 2, That game is admittedly going a lot quicker than I expected it would. Gonna be real, not sure what we're gonna do there if we complete Resident Evil 2 before the art for Resident Evil 3 is ready. No, actually I do have an idea of what we gonna do for that, so. Play Shadow. Maybe. I still haven't tested my GameCube to see if it still works after I spilled a shitload of Sprite on it. I should probably make sure that still works, actually. Because if it doesn't, then that's going to be kind of a bitch to replace. Let me think. Anything else? We'll be back for more Legend of Zelda next week, of course, next Wednesday. And yeah, that's kind of everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and head off, and I hope you have a nice evening. And I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care.
Thank you.